such a joy and such a pleasure for me to be here supporting my friend and Brother Trevor Mike Walker. And brothers and sisters, I want to say to you tonight, I know firsthand that this is a good man. This is a decent man. This is a visionary man. And this is a God-fearing man. Brothers and sisters, I sit very close to Trevor Mike Walker in Parliament and in Cabinet. And I see every day the passion that he has for Barbuda, the love that he has for Barbuda, the vision that he has for the people of Barbuda. Every day I see Trevor Walker sharing his vision for empowering the people of Barbuda. I see him arbitrating, negotiating, begging and pleading when he has to beg and plead for the people of Barbuda. And I say to you tonight, Barbudans, you gotta keep Trevor Mike Walker there so that we can continue to develop this twin island state of Antigua and Barbuda. Brothers and sisters, you know, I had some of my formative years right here in Barbuda. When I was 5 years old, my father was transferred here to be the pastor of the Wesleyan Holiness Church here in Barbuda, Reverend Joseph Quinn. And so I know the people of Barbuda intimately. Some of them tell me, when you mean small, me see you run round in your panty and your vest. So I know them very well. I love them. My brother Peter Quinn was born right here in Barbuda. My mother was a teacher right here at Holy Trinity School. And so Barbuda is right here in my heart. And I want to say to you, brothers and sisters, that you got to keep the BPM and the United Progressive Party in government. Because we are fighting for the heart and soul of Antigua and Barbuda. And you know, I was a little disappointed in Barbuda when you voted out the BPM from the council. But guess what? Every disappointment is a blessing. Because guess what? The people of Barbuda were able to see the kind of mismanagement and the kind of incompetence that Arthur Nibbs and his council brought to the governance of Barbuda. And so, when the Prime Minister calls the election, you gotta do right by the people of this country. You gotta do right by the people of Barbuda. And you got to re-elect Trevor Mike Walker. Brothers and sisters, when I got into the airport, I could not believe it was the same airport and the same airstrip that 10 years ago there were so many complaints. When I drove around Barbuda and I see the developments in this country, in this little island, in Codrington, the wharf, the community center, the infrastructural development in this little island, I say, what a thing! Trevor Walker doing things in Barbuda. Why are you going to move him? Trevor Walker is good for the people of Barbuda and he's good for the people of Antigua. Brothers and sisters, you heard that young lady who came up, Ebony I think is her name, who spoke about the empowerment of Barbudans and the number of scholarships that this government would have given to the people of Barbuda. And she was able to quote that this government, this UPP government, along with a partnership with the BPM, has been able to give over 3,000 scholarships to Antiguans and Barbudans, amounting to $38 million. And you check the 10 years prior. You check the 10 years prior to our administration under the Antigua Labour Party, when nepotism and favoritism was the order of the day, and they only gave 981 scholarships to the tune of $8 million. Tell them to tell you that is not true. Check the facts. Check the figures. And you know the Labour Party has cornered the art in telling lies, in telling half-truths, in misleading the people. But the United Progressive Party is about the empowerment of the people. And Trevor Mike Walker is leading that charge right here in Codrington. Brothers and sisters, it is fair to say that this United Progressive Party government, in collaboration with the Barbuda People's Movement, is an education government, is a government that cares about the human resources of this country, that cares about the empowerment of this country. And tonight, I want to say to you, I am announcing here tonight in Madison Square on this evening, this wonderful evening, that come 2014, September 2014, the Ministry of Education, once you give us that third term in office, we will be carving out and guaranteeing 20 scholarships for the people of Barbuda annually. That is a promise. That is a guarantee. 20 young Barbudans will go to universities all over this globe to enhance themselves and to come back and make a contribution to Barbuda and Antigua. Put that in the bank, Barbudans. And the other thing I want to announce, because the Baldwin Spencer administration, in partnership with the BPM, we have been expanding the school meals program, and we have heard the cries of the Barbuda people. When is the school meals program going to come to Codrington? And I am announcing tonight that come September 2014, the school meals program will be at the Holy Trinity School in Barbuda. And you know, the school meals program is not only about giving each child a hot, nutritious meal. It is also about employing persons who will prepare those meals, persons who will serve those meals. It is about empowering our fishermen, our farmers, our retailers, our wholesalers, so that all around Barbudans will benefit from the National School Meals Program in September 2014. Brothers and sisters, when we talk about the development of Antigua and Barbuda, we are talking about equality in Antigua and in Barbuda. So Barbuda not going to be left behind and Antigua way in front. Barbuda and Antigua will walk together into the 21st century and make sure that all of the people benefit. You know, under them vagabonds, and I don't have any apologies to make. I have no apologies to make under those vagabonds and scoundrels. The people of this country didn't matter. It was about wheeling and dealing. And Arthur Nibbs, who was a part of the United Progressive Party, he spoke out against it. He rejected it. And now, Arthur Nibs is like a dog gone back to his vomit. But guess what? Guess what? The people of Antigua and Barbuda will not go back to their vomit. We vomit out the Antigua Labour Party in 2004. And we now go back there. We're not going back there. Brothers and sisters, but I want to say to you, elections are won in the trenches. Elections are won vote by vote by vote. And I want to say to you, Barbudans, I don't want to hear about no one vote. I don't want to hear about no two vote. I don't want to hear about no three vote. Because on election day, I want you to give Trevor Walker an unequivocal majority. When you go to the polls and you crab your ex, make sure that Trevor Walker is right there in the winning column for the BPM. And so, I want to say, it's good to be here. I love you, Barbuda. I love you. Trevor Walker and BPM. Trevor Walker and BPM.